It's the Solar One Sci-Fi Podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 139 of the Solar One Sci-Fi Podcast. I'm Michael Ball, aka CoCloud on YouTube. I'm joined once again by the demigod of science fiction knowledge, by the gods of science fiction. It's Martin Fowler. Hello, Martin.
Oh, thank you very much. That was a straight sort of
I didn't want to ramble too much this week.
Right then, well, let's get on.
Sometimes I ramble, and my phone's going now, and I'm sorry, but I'm not here. Sorry, I can't answer it. I'm on a podcast. Sorry, fuck it. I'm not answering it. I'm not here. Right. Sorry, it's a work thing. They want me to get me back for something, but I can't answer it. I'm sorry. Give me a second to stop ringing. I'm not answering it. I'm sorry. It's too late. They're fucked up. I can't answer it. I'm sorry. Right. Shut up, Ben. Right. Oh God, what a blooper! Can you tell we're doing this at lunchtime? Well, I've not eaten since yesterday, and it's all kicking off now, and I've got something to do at work. They want to call me back to something. Well, I'm sorry, but I've done my job. I'm just and they're fucked up, so they can fuck up. Okay, so this week, God, this is the most unprofessional start we've ever done, so I apologise. Children of the Stones is what we're going to be reviewing this week.
Can I just say, if you don't mind, can I just say, I've entered my horror film, which I can't put on YouTube because I would show you it, but I've now entered it into 26 film festivals.
Oh wow!
Is that it?
No, sorry, my phone's ringing again. My phone's ringing again. That's right. I
went on to make a massive announcement about it, and I got that.
I know. Let me just put the phone outside. I'm sorry, I'm out.
Well, we're going to be talking about Children of the Stones today. Obviously, a lot of Star Trek news. We've got the big final of Picard coming up tomorrow, and the Mando.
This podcast because they're going to call me up. They want me to come back because they're fucked up with their job. Look, if they don't ring again, sorry. It's just that what's happened is I do some work and they want me to come back and pick something up because they're fucked up, and I can't make it. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm not available, and I just say I'm sorry, but I've just.
Well, if you want to go off.
No, I don't want to go off. I want to do. This is the only slot we've got this week. We've got the big one next week with Starship Picard. We've made a slot for now, and I'm sorry, but this is not my fault. I can't help it. They're fucked up. So I'm sorry. Oh, so sorry.
Can I make my big announcement?
Right,
now?
I'm all ears. Go on.
Oh, I don't know now. You destroyed me, Mum.
I know it's not me. It's work. I'm really sorry. Carry on what you're going to say.
Well, my horror film, which I made, which I did.
Oh yeah.
I've entered it into 26 film festivals.
Oh really? What? That's a lot.
Yeah, no, I'm on. Yesterday I spent the whole day. So from here to America, and they're all like little amateur film festivals, but it's out there now. I can't put it on YouTube because they won't allow it because they want to see it first. But I will send you a copy in the next few days if you want to watch it.
Okay.
That's it. It don't matter. My life's insignificant.
No, what's it? No. What's it all about? Tell us about it. Give us some more information.
Well, it's a horror movie about this woman that kills men. And
why does she kill men? Is she a man hater?
Well, no, she's not a man hater. She's like a trapped spirit, and she has a history. Yeah, it's very good. I've learned quite a lot making this.
Really?
Do you know what I mean? Yes, I have.
So it
don't matter about me.
No. As a co-host, I'm interested. So is this something you did with a team of people, or did you do it all yourself? How did you get involved with it?
Well, I wrote and directed it myself, but I've got two friends who are actors, and they came round to do it with me. So they added some ideas, which I'm quite impressed with. So and it's come out, and it's been received quite well so far on the amateur sort of circuit, you know. So I'm quite happy about that. So I'm going to draft a sequel, I think. That's it. So let's get on with the podcast.
Just before we do that, I was going to say, if you want to, at some point, we could even do an episode, maybe focusing a bit more about it. Maybe getting your co-hosts involved, having a proper discussion about it.
Could do if you want. I mean, we can get them on. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Let's
That's
see how it
all right.
goes. But
That sounds good.
I'm always
yeah.
interested in your stuff, and maybe no, seriously, and then even you can even provide a few clips and stuff, and we can actually put.
Yes,
them in,
I will do. Yes.
All right. I digress.
Right.
All right.
Even though you destroyed my life less than a minute ago, it does. I've forgiven you, and I will.
Fucking phone was going. The fucking phone was going, and I'm worried about work now. But they can go fuck themselves. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm sorry.
Right.
They're fucked up, so it's not my problem. Right. So do we want to go into the focus of the week, or do we want to talk about all the latest Star Trek news? There's
Can
quite a
I
lot-
just say you don't look like a politician this week?
Is that because I'm wearing a t-shirt, an old t-shirt? Is that
Yeah,
my
you
hair?
look like
I have my haircut as well.
You actually look like a football presenter on the BBC.
Oh fucking! I'd rather be a politician, man.
At least
Next week I'm gonna wear a
it
shirt. Next week I'm
put
gonna wear
a
a
smile
suit and
on your
tie.
face, didn't it? It put a smile on your face.
Oh god, like Grandstand or one of those shows.
Oh, fucking grandstand. I'll cue the music.
What? Well, all right. If I remember, it's in the background for a second, but not for long. Till we get right.
Right, let's go.
All right. So,
Yep.
what did you think of Star Trek: Picard, episode 9, season 3?
Absolutely. I had to tear down my eyes.
No, me too. I teared up.
I will
literally.
cry honestly, mate.
I teared up. I was felt so
like at the
embarrassed.
end of it. When I saw that ship and that bridge, it were like my friends had truly come home.
Yeah, my daughter laughed at me when I teared up. I did laugh. I just, it really hit me hard.
Did you like watch it as a family next?
Yeah, well, yeah, three of us.
All
three
right,
of us.
okay.
Yeah. This is why I had to
Right.
wait to watch it because you saw it before me.
Yeah, I did.
Wait for
Yeah,
me to get home, and I was, I was a bit of a wreck at the end of it. I mean, I had never thought we'd see anything like this. This series has surpassed any of my expectations. It is the gold standard of Star Trek in more than 20 years. It has just done everything I've ever wanted. I can't be happier than what they've done. It's
I mean,
absolute-
to be honest, they could just bring next gen back.
I know, but the bridge for crying out loud. They designed the bridge, and oh my god,
Yep.
how fantastic was the bridge! It was exactly perfect.
What? Yeah, no, it was. What did you think of the baddie? What did you think? Obviously, I will apologise. I was hoping it was going to be the par race. Actually, but I did suspect it was the Borg
I can
in
see
the background.
why they went
yeah.
there. I mean, the Borg have been really the biggest Next Generation protagonist and Voyager protagonist, actually.
Yes, yes.
So, I think the only disservice is that they were featured in the series season 1 and 2 to a much lesser degree and a much less faithfully degree. Alice Krieg's back as the voice of the Borg Queen. We didn't see her face. Apparently, we will see the Borg Queen's face next week. Apparently, she's very badly damaged or something. We are going to see something to do with the Borg Queen more visually. But I just thought the whole thing. What's so funny about it is that Patrick Stewart said, "If I've got to come back, I'm not wearing the uniform. I'm not being back on the bridge. I'm not going to be with the rest of the crew. I wanted just to be Picard." And slowly, over 3 seasons, they managed, or 2 seasons, they managed to change his mind. And this is really now like the Next Generation season 8 in many ways. It is the missing.
Yeah. It's
can't-
the end of season, isn't it? It's the
proper ending, which we
wanted.
after what's it called? Not Insurrection. What's the last one?
The two-parter. I forgot what it were called now.
What was the last Next Generation movie? Can't think what it's called.
Oh,
Nemesis.
Nemesis. Yeah.
Nemesis.
Nemesis. Yeah.
That never had a proper ending.
And that was fucking terrible, wasn't it?
I didn't mind Nemesis.
Well,
I
it
was
was all right,
I didn't mind
wasn't it?
it.
I mean, it was a bit of a lame story, that was, wasn't it? The clone of Picard, you know. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
You
exactly. So, to answer the question, I thought that so far, well, we've got one more episode.
No, it's fine.
I can't see it going wrong. I
Tomorrow,
can't.
isn't it?
Yeah, one more episode. That's what I'm saying. One more to go. And it's very strange to be ending. I do know that at the end of tomorrow's episode, there's going to be an extra scene in the post credits, like that Marvel does that in the movies, where you get an extra scene. Apparently,
Yes.
Next Generation is going to have some extra scene at the end. Whether that's going to be to announce a new Star Trek series, I don't know. But it's all been going off. And that's another Star Trek. They've Did we know about Starfleet last week? I think did we talk about that last week? I can't remember.
That can't be all fleet, because apparently it's about 20,000 ships. That
Yeah.
can't be the whole fleet.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, that's what I thought.
But I mean, I just thought it was very good. I mean,
Well, Shelby didn't last long, did she?
I didn't recognise her.
No, I didn't. I thought it said Shelby.
No, I didn't recognise her until afterwards. They even said Shelby, but I think
Yeah.
it was the actress's hair was very different because I've seen her in an
Yeah.
interview and she looked more like Shelby that I'm familiar with, but I just didn't recognise her, so it wasn't so poignant when she got killed off in about 2 minutes.
I mean, they've killed them all off in this series, haven't they?
Yeah.
You know, the old classics that have appeared over the years. I mean, they got rid of Roe, which I was gutted. Got rid of Shelby, she was only in it for 60 seconds. I did like the plot. I thought the plot was very clever.
Yeah.
I
did
think,
too.
but I think, they have dragged it out. I mean, we did get the filler episode, but when we got, there was straight into what was behind the door, straight away. They didn't have us hanging on, and I was very impressed with that. And it's great. Now, my issue is, so we've got the Jurassic Borg, who are like this new type now.
You're not going to see them. You're not going to see that
not
storyline's
gonna see
closed.
them.
No, I don't think so. That's closed. That's a subsect of the Borg. You won't see them again. I don't think so. I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but I don't think
Well, we don't know. Apparently, we're in for some real shockaroonies tomorrow. I've seen trailer. You know, I mean, there's going to be resolution here, isn't there? There's going to be massive there's going to be all kinds of stuff tomorrow. But with this, like the whole Borg plot, this must be like because Janeway wipes them out with that virus. So when the son of, is it Jack Crusher?
Yeah.
When he went in that cube, the node where they all exist, like the central hub. It looks a bit knackered, didn't it?
I think,
I mean,
from what I understand, the Borg is still recovering from the last episode of Voyager.
Voyager, that's
and
the
this is the proper Borg and just how damaged they were at the end of Endgame. That's what this is all about. That's why.
Yeah, and so this is like the backup plot from when they had him, wasn't it?
Yeah, basically.
You know, so interesting. I like how they've come at this in a different way. Very clever how it connects best of both worlds as well.
Oh, it's wonderful because I mean the things I like with regard to when you always watch the Next Generation now differently. First of all, you watch the best of both worlds. You know what happens to Shelby in the future, but the most intelligent perspective is now that the Irumodic syndrome. Actually, we might have talked about this last week. Is which is featured in the very last episode of the Next Generation. Is we know what it is now. It's not Irumodic syndrome. It's a Borg kind of biological implant. So it gives a different twist with the Next Generation, and also Generations now. You know, the Enterprise D, the saucer, has been recovered. It's been plonked on the USS Syracuse, so it's got a different secondary hull, and you can see the difference in colour where the top of the saucer is still slightly burnt from the friction. It's awesome.
Yep.
Well,
they had to take the saucer off Viridian Frame because of
the Prime Directive, and they were too near.
And
it's such a clever idea. So they left it initially, and then they obviously realised that the culture, which is nearby, Viridian 4, could well discover it. And so they had to go back and take it. Oh, I mean, honestly, Terry Matalas, the way he thought this all through, it's so well written. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's really up there. Really up there.
Oh yeah, I totally agree.
You know what I mean?
I was honestly, when it finished, I thought, God, I've got to wait another week for this.
Yeah.
To get a full resolution, but I'm going to be binge watching it over the weekend.
I'm gonna rewatch. Once I've seen the last episode, I've got to watch the whole thing again. It's just so good. It's just so good, and I'm going to. And
you'll see it when you see it all together. It's going to be like so different.
I know, because when you watch it again with realising how it goes. So thoughts about the last episode. Where do you think it's going to go? How do you think it's going to be resolved?
Well, obviously, Bo Queen's going to get it.
I think this
Obviously.
really is the end of the board. Maybe this may be the last.
It could be. Well, I'm not writing off the Jurati Borg either just yet.
Yeah, you might be right. I don't think it will be. But
I think
it could be.
if I've heard rumours that there's somebody going to be turning up.
It always is.
I've heard rumour. No, I'm not on about. Well, you've been bloody wrong on that, haven't you?
Oh,
So,
look, I know. Shelby,
Right.
I know Harry Kim.
I think we might see Genoa tomorrow.
I think we're going to see. I know we're going to see Tuvok.
I think we're going to see Genoa. I don't know. I've got a feeling they're going to pull something out of the bag where we're going. It's not going to be like Doctor Who when you kick it table up. It's not going to be that much. You're going to get the reverse of that. You're going to be stood up at the end of your chair going, yeah. Do you know what I mean? I mean, but there is also the fact that they could fuck it all up in final episode.
I don't think they will. I
We're
don't
that
think they
close
will.
now, my friend.
I don't think they will. I am very optimistic. I'm not cautiously optimistic.
I am.
I'm optimistic.
It's been a good start and a terrible fucking
Come on,
plot.
9 episodes in with this quality.
Not this, I'm on about all the other stuff. It starts well but ends badly. But this so far, we're 9 episodes in,
Can't believe
and
this.
it's fucking marvellous. I honestly, I'm going to give last week's episode 10 out of 10.
Right, I'm going to
No
have to go at this
fucking
point. I'm going to have to go. My boss has just texted me and asked me to fucking go back to work. So I'm going to have to go back to work now, and I'm livid. I'm fucking pissed off with this. Sorry, mate. This is really fucking pissing me off. I'm now getting a call. I'm going to have to go. Give me a second. Just a minute. All right, shall I? Sorry, this is. Sorry, everybody. This is really bad timing. We'll come back in a minute. All right. And we're back. Sorry about that. We had all sorts of things. This is now part 2. I've had a lot of stuff going on, but it's fine. We're all back. And Martin has very kindly come back for the second part of the recording with me. And before we go into our focus of the week, I had to ask Martin. I've already had a very quick observation of this. Star Trek Section 31. It's just been news.
Fuck off. Just fuck off, right? Fuck
Oh,
off.
what's wrong with it?
Just stop now, right? Just.
Mate, I didn't do this. I didn't
Stop.
create this. I didn't create it.
I'm not blaming you, but I knew you'd bring this up.
I had to.
And Starfleet fucking Beverly Hills 9250.
I know 250. I know.
Just-
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. They don't learn. Look, I'm not being like one of them UJ. They learn nothing, do they? They
No.
learn nothing.
Kurtzman was determined to get
9
this Section 31. He was determined to get it.
I thought they got rid of him. I thought he was off the old fucking
No,
projects of it all.
no, he's still the big, and he hasn't got a clue. He hasn't got a fucking
Yeah, I
clue.
saw Sidetrack. I didn't watch his video. I watched your thing with him of the week. When I got in, I caught about 15 minutes of it. But I'd managed to glimpse a couple of minutes of his video. I saw it popped up on my TV.
Right.
Section 31. I was like, you what?
Yeah, I know.
I,
I talked to Jay about it yesterday, and he's really.
well, how
not,
does he feel about it?
He's actually quite positive about it. Actually,
Is he?
I think
right, fair
in
enough.
his defence, I think that a TV movie, just a one-off, has got a much more positive vibe than a full season with it plodding on. And from what I understand, Kurtzman wanted a full season, maybe like one of those sort of like short series, like a one-off.
A mini series.
Yeah, like a mini series, and he's got,
Yeah.
but he's got a TV movie, and I think it's because that's the only way he's managed to persuade Michelle Yeoh, because now she's the Academy Award winner thing, for her to come back just for a TV movie. So I mean, we don't know anything about it. We don't know when it's set. We don't know when it's set.
She'll end up being the one that created Section 31. There'll be some time loop and it all came from her. No, they'll do that. She'll be like the one that she'll get transported back and it'll be set during Archer's time and she'll be the one that created it. She'll be like,
So the original Federation. Well, no, actually, in Archer's time, we did see Section 31 already, but we know it was part of the Starfleet Charter.
it's hidden away under bureaucracy.
Yeah, but
It's
I've never
You've got
liked
to dig for it.
Section 31 in the Rick Berman era was really worked. Everything since then, it's not right. It's not right.
I'm not. Look, I'm a big fan of Section 31. I really am. I love Sloan and all that.
Me too.
You know, the whole organisation.
Hmm.
The thing is, I think they're great as protagonists in a story.
I don't
I
know
really
the
do think they
idea
work.
of the main focus of a show on them. I mean, what would that entail? I don't see. I mean, I'll give it a go.
Starfleet 007.
Maybe.
Starfleet 007.
Yeah, you
With
never
his
know.
ejector seat shuttle. I mean, come on. Do you know what I mean? And he's got a boss. And she's a hard ass. Do you know what I mean? And we've got like about this sleeping his way across the galaxy or whatever, you know, like.
Well, it'd be focusing on
getting
her,
him
won't
some-
she? I mean, I don't.
All right, yeah. Well, they might bring in like she might have a partner. No doubt she'll have like a 007 type partner.
No, it'd be a mirror 007, wouldn't it?
Well, it would be, yeah.
I suppose. I mean, is she still in our universe, or did she
Well,
go
I
back
thought
to the
she
middle?
wanted to go back and be fucking Emperor Terran. What's she want to be running about being a secret agent for? Doesn't she want to go back and get her empire back?
Or the last we saw is she actually went through the Guardian of Forever
Oh,
back in time, but I don't know where, or it didn't specify, did it? She just disappeared. I don't know. I don't really know.
I mean, I barely forgave them for that.
Well, if we don't get a Star Trek Legacy series after all this shit, I'm going to be fucked off.
Well,
I want-
I mean, I can't understand it. You say I really can't understand it because, look, I've loved this series of Picard. I think it's been the best Star Trek I've seen in 20 years.
Me too. Absolutely.
since
100%.
Enterprise
100%. 100%.
You know, and like Discovery, we've gone over it. Some of it I didn't mind, but most of it I put down the toilet. But why? It's like they create this formula. They've got this guy who's a genius who knows the fan base so well, and
Yep.
he knows what people want. And then they're going off on all these half-assed ideas.
I think we're going to.
Starfleet Academy.
No,
Star-
I think. Look. Terry Metalis is just too good at what he's done. They've got to have him back in a sequel in the 25th century. They have to. They have to.
Well, I read an article the other day that Picard's the most streamed program out there at the moment.
Oh, it's taking off like anything. And after last episode, I
Yeah.
mean, can you blame it? Internet Movie
No,
Database.
that's
It had a
what I
rating
mean.
of 9. It had 9.5 on the Internet
Well,
Movie Database.
Surely, I mean, the thing is, when you've had a success, you build on the success.
Well, look,
That's what you do.
Paramount will be seeing that, and it's so critically acclaimed.
Well,
It's got to. But the only thing is, Terry. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I hate the fact that we don't know. We might be getting an announcement at the end of Picard season 3. There is an end.
well, they killed him off, didn't they, last week? So he's not coming back.
No, I know, and I was sad about that because that actor,
Now we're gutted.
Captain Shaw, was brilliant. I don't know. Anyway, look, that's all. Very quickly before we go into our focus, Mandalorian. Are you indifferent to it? Enjoying it? Did you?
I thought, is it the final episode today?
Yeah, final one is today. Yeah, released today, as of recording.
Oh, right. Right. It'd be
Yeah,
great if
yeah,
it
yeah.
appeared by magic. Like,
It's only 38
You know what I
minutes long. It's quite short actually, but it's called The Return. That's the name of it, by the way.
it's gonna be a big one this today.
I think it's going to be Thrawn.
It's gonna be no.
It's going to be
it's
Thrawn.
gonna
isn't
be
it?
a big.
The
it's gonna
Return. It must
a
be
big-
Thrawn. It must be Thrawn.
It's
Because
Ahsoka.
oh, you think it's Ahsoka that's returning?
I think I read she's in this series. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
'Cause they're gonna open this up to Thrawn, aren't they?
I
She's
thought
in
the
it.
Return. I
Makes
think.
sense for her.
I think no,
the
because she's
Return.
already featured in the series. I think it's Thrawn. I think the Return is Thrawn.
Right. Well, look, I don't want Luke Skywalker coming back with
No,
us.
he won't come back again. Why would he come back again like he did the last
Well,
season?
I don't know. They're getting into this.
The
We
fake
don't
stuff.
have to pay the actor now. We can just get a face in. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, they are, aren't they? I mean, I've noticed this is coming into it now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the future of actually this stuff.
I mean,
bringing back.
would you be happy if they brought TNG back and they had them, but they all changed the faces back to what they were?
I'd watch it. I'd watch
would,
it
yeah.
because they can even
Yeah, I
AI the
would, yeah.
voices now. I mean, they should have actually done something with Patrick Stewart's voice because it's very deteriorated in his speech. It's not his fault, but you
No.
know, I think they might have been able to do something with his voice because
It sounds very northern now as well. Have you noticed that? It sounds quite northern, don't they?
and also Picard it strikes me more as being more like Patrick Stewart than being Picard.
Yeah, it does.
It's kind of like the Patrick Stewart, the Picard-isms have slowly changed to what Patrick Stewart is, I think.
Well, it's French.
Yeah. Anyway, look, let's start. We're going to say
Alright.
next week we're going to review Picard. Jay from Sidetrack
Yeah.
wants to be involved as well, so we're going to.
Yeah, I've been reading. Trek fan, I hope you're all right, mate.
And if
you know,
a Trek fan could come along, I will send him an invite.
No, he's put on his Facebook. He went, there was some kind of like medical. I don't want to, but I hope he's
okay.
went for
All
a
right.
test. You know,
okay.
I did send him a message about it a couple
Okay.
of weeks ago. I hope he's all right.
All right. Well, like I said, if he can't make it, we understand. That's a shame, but
I can't do Wednesdays.
well, actually, I
No.
mean, he was talking about maybe Monday or Tuesday night or something. I know you don't like Mondays.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay,
That's,
is that all right?
that's
I
fine.
know that it's just a one-off because it'll work out best for us. But we'll talk about that off air. We'll talk about that later on. Right. So we go into our focus of the week.
Do we have to?
You chose it. You got me to watch it.
Oh, go on then. I know, Dave. I'm so. You've made me so proud that you watched it.
There we go. You see, I've dedicated the podcast.
And I have another challenge for you after this. I have another challenge for you to watch some after this.
All
I
right.
want,
well,
I want to get you into this weird shit, man, because what you're going to introduce now is a stroke of pure genius.
right. Well, let's go into the jingle and get your perspective. Here we go.
It's the
Solar Sci-Fi.
focus of the week.
Right.
All right, then, Martin. So, children getting stoned. Oh, sorry, Children of the Stones. What did you think about it? Tell me about it. How did you hear about it? And I'll get you my perspective. Tell me about it. Apart from them saying,
I discovered Children's Stones when I was about 8.
okay,
And
it's a
was
by
on-
TV
it was on-
series.
It was ITV. It was on Sunday. Remember on a Sunday ITV show, like an half an hour serial.
They used to
each
like,
week on
like
Sundays.
Bullseye.
The Bullseye were probably on after. I remember.
You can't be a bit of
the
bully.
sale of the
Yeah.
Sale of the century, live from Norwich. Cue the music.
I know. Terrible.
Oh, and you win a boat and you live in a flat.
Yeah.
That were prize of the week, wasn't it? A boat.
Oh, come on, we
could
all-
win
we
a
all like
spectacular
Bullseye.
speedboat.
Bullseye was a classic
Yeah, but
British TV in the early 80s on Sunday afternoons. It was great.
well, it was. But what if you'd have lived on 8th floor and you won the boat? What are you going to do with it?
Well, it would have been good where I'm living now. It would have been perfect for me.
Yeah, well, that'd have been great. Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine that? Yeah, okay. Let me tell you what you could have won. Sorry, for people who haven't from outside the UK, Bullseye was a quiz show in the 80s which was predominantly focused on darts. And you had to get like in the red and in the all sorts of stuff to win prizes. It was the cheesiest show ever, but it was gold. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway.
It's part of.
But we're not
Anyway,
focusing
back to
on
the-
Bullseye. Exactly. Tell
Yeah,
me
we're
Children of
just
Stones.
going on about that time. That's
Go
all.
on.
Right. Anyway, back to the Children of the Stones. I saw it as a kid, and it used to terrify me. It terrified me. Did that? It freaked me out. And it was the intro on the Stones, the music. It terrified
Quite creepy,
me.
yeah, quite creepy.
Yeah, I know we've got Blake from Blake 7. He was like the
Yeah, I
hero
liked
on
him. He
the
was good.
stunt.
He was good.
He plays the physicist.
Yeah.
And the village is in a time bubble. It's constantly on a repeat with different outcomes. And it has to be broken. And they drive into the village, and there's things, everybody's right nice. Things that, like, strange things are happening. Like, when they try to leave the village, they see a stone move across the road, and then it's a woman. And rest of it. And the guy who's like the lord of the manor, he's a scientist, and there's this energy, it's genius from the firing energy from Earth into
From
a black
planetary.
hole
Yeah, that's it.
or something. And they want this energy to get out of this bubble, these stones, to make it global, I think to take over or make the world into make them all like them. And but the power, there's something else keeps the power in there as well. And then after each event, it resets. And I thought the ending was genius, but it terrified me when, it really freaked me out when they were in the house and they're all holding hands, singing outside the whole village. It reminded me of a horror film.
It was like a ritual where. But it was a form of mind control, though, wasn't it? It was. But who was controlled? Was it controlled by a sort of alien entity, or how? In what way were they being controlled? I was a bit unsure.
It was. Did you see the picture that was prominent of the two people running from the stones with the energy?
Oh yeah, the one.
There was
the painting,
place.
like a painting.
Well, that picture. That's your MacGuffin, your Easter egg. Because when they ran to that cave, that energy has no power there. But it's been going on since the beginning with these druids. And the village is a place of great psychic power. And it has something to do with this alignment of stars. But it makes everybody docile.
And they also happy day, don't they? Yeah. Happy day.
Yeah. And I think I assume him, the Lord of the Manor, he's like a druid, but a scientist as well, because he had computers.
So he had a mixed sort of background.
Yeah, because when the woman and her daughter went to the house, and he turned round in the chair because the white light affects your mind.
Right.
And it turned them. And I think they wanted to break the cycle because it was time runs differently to the outside world. It's not a different time zone.
But all right, so let me ask you this: for when the show ended and they got out of the time zone, they were still back in regular time. They hadn't like jumped forward.
Well, when they got out, but it was beginning again. In came the Lord of the Manor, him.
So was it the perception in the time thing which seemed longer? So when they left, was it like they'd just gone in from the first time, then experienced the whole thing? I assume
so. Yeah.
I was a bit unsure about some things. I was a bit unclear about.
This is why it's so bloody clever, is this thing, because it's about domination, using that power to take over the world, make everybody like that. But the energies, for some reason, it's trapped within a time loop, and it keeps repeating itself. I assume that's tied to the star or the black hole, wherever the energy's going.
Right.
But there's different outcomes every time, but they never break the cycle. There's different outcomes. Now, I think him we're driving in. When you see him, Lord of the Manor, driving back in, I think he's resetting himself. I think he has memories of what happened before, and he's got to undo the cycle, and it's just not happening.
Right. Okay.
I mean, this thing is very.
Because I was slightly confused. I was slightly confused with some of it because, like I said, when people have this ritual and this light comes down and they come out and they just feel that they're just more docile. They're more kind of.
Well, that's.
Was it like a form of mind control so that they would?
Well, I think that's what he wanted to do. I think he had this. I think even the druid, they wanted to. Past with the druids, because you see them two people on that picture. That picture would crew where you see the people all stood in a circle in a stone circle, and they're all stood there, and there's that man and fella and the dad and the child running to that safe place.
Right.
Well, now the question. I mean, there's more questions than answers because all them stones are people. Most of
Yeah,
them
because we
stones.
saw some people turning to stones later on in the show, didn't we?
So, but there's people going back that are trapped, and for some reason the energy can't get out. They're trying
So,
to,
were the stones then that we saw from previous loops as people?
I assume they were different generations of people.
Yeah, that's
but
what I was
this
wondering,
thing is playing out all the time. It's different outcomes all the time, but they never get it. They fail. And and Imu's the Lord of the Manor, from what I could work out, he's trapped. You might try and alter the outcome numerous times, but it's still going to be the same thing, you know. And when they did more damage to him, because when they were all outside singing, like chanting, it's when they touched the circle. They broke the circle, and that it reset everything.
That's what reset. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so it begins again. Now, from what I found out, there is a sequel to this.
I take it wasn't actually filmed. It was a book form, was
No,
it?
there's a book. I've been trying to get hold of the book for quite a few years. I know it exists, but I can't find it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I've been all over the internet. Apparently, it does the Return to the Stones. It's meant to be very good. And it gives you more of an in-depth thing of what's going on.
Like I said, I'd never heard of this series. To be honest, I need to see it again because there are some elements I was
It's
slightly
worth
confused.
watching again.
Yeah,
Worth watching
you know,
again.
sometimes
It's
you
took
watch
me
something.
a couple of times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you need to watch something to properly assimilate what it's all about and understand where it's coming from. And the second time round, that's a good sign because I was slightly confused about it, but you've all explained some of the elements about it.
Yeah,
I
and
did like
even
it.
now, one of my mates, he's a big fan of it, and he's watched it several times. And he says, you know, it's so clever. There's still more questions than answers. You get so much, but it is very clever writing. And to do this to make that into a children's series is it. I mean, you know, as a kid, when I watched that, I think. Most kids, I mean, I've read when I uploaded it on my channel, like, I had a lot of comments where, you know, this really freaked me out as a kid. But it has a massive cult following. A lot of people.
I don't know why. Now I think about it, I think
You
Children of the
probably did say
Stones. Yeah, it wasn't familiar, but now I'm thinking back. Then I probably have heard of it at some point, but I never really focused it until you told me about it. So. Yeah, I think it was good.
It's like it's weird. It's weird. It's like a horror film. Like you could imagine, like you could have this where you've ended up in a town and it's full of like satanic devil worshippers or whatever. You could have easily gone down that path.
It had a Doctor Who vibe to it, actually. Slightly.
That's what I mean as well. Also, I was just about to say that it
Stones
had,
of Blood, like the Stones of Blood from Doctor Who.
Yeah, the Ogre and all.
You
that.
know, so there is some parallels there.
There is. It's very Doctor Who, and also you could imagine it being one of them 5-part like horror things,
or like
where
a hammer horror or something.
Yeah, there's something evil going on in this village, and they're all being punished as well because they're trying to undo it, and they're all chanting and all. I mean, you could take this thing anyway. That's what I liked about this because and this was meant to be a kids program.
It didn't strike me. When you told me that, when I'd watched it, I didn't know it was a kids program. It felt like just a traditional drama. It didn't focus on. It wasn't child based at all. It was just a good drama.
That's what I thought.
No, it didn't. It didn't strike as a child.
See, when I've gone back to certain stuff I watched when I was younger, my attention span now is very sort of quiet. It's only certain things I'll go back to, like Blake Seven or Doctor Who. I can watch that over and over again.
Yeah, me too.
But there's other stuff I just can't entertain from that sort of era. But when I go back to that, I watch this every couple of years. Still freaks me out now.
That's
it just
good.
freaks me out, and I'm glad it does that.
Yeah.
Because it's low budget.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's very classy.
Yeah.
And it also shows that you don't need special effects and millions
No,
of dollars. to
it's
make
about the
something
writing. It's not
good.
the visual aspect. It's about and
Precisely.
how it's acted. And
That's yeah. It's
And
like
I-
Sapphire and Steel. You could imagine
Sapphire's.
them
Oh,
two
I need to
turning
do.
up
Yeah,
there.
I need to check that out. I mean, I've got them all. I've not watched them all, but that's one we'll have to review.
But
the only
it's that
thing-
sort of world.
The only thing about it is that every time they said "Happy Day," I always thought of Fonz saying like from Happy Days. I just thought of the Fonz for some reason.
Don't ruin it. Don't. Oh.
Hey!
A master. What Fonzie and the Children of the Stones? Hey!
That's a bit. No, but it was good, and I'm glad it.
Bright light done. You know, he turns round. Fonzie's going.
Well, don't forget,
Hey,
Mork-
man, that was good. You know,
Mork and,
doesn't affect
Mork and
me.
Mindy, Mork from Ork was on a Happy Day, so it did have a science fiction connection. Oh, I'll
Yeah.
get there. But listen, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I did enjoy it. So thank you for recommending that one. We're getting along on Zoom, so we'll have to sort of like finish things off. So we always ask,
Yeah.
what would you rate it out of 10 then?
I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. There's no messing about from me. 10 out of 10.
I will give it a 7.5, but that's only because I've only seen it once. I need to. No. I need to see it again.
All right.
I
Okay.
need to see it again. But I did like it, and it didn't
Yeah.
feel like it was designed for a younger audience. It felt like a straightforward drama.
Yeah. I
it-
could say that at 9 o'clock on BBC Two.
Yeah, like Survivors or something. That sort of like you can see that.
Like The Nightmare Man.
Oh.
We were going about that one.
Did we rate that? I think we rated it about a 2.
We
Didn't
did. I remember that, you know. I remember that.
Oh, this was better than
I
the
remember it
Nightmare
on
Man.
BBC Two. Yeah.
Oh no, I still
Well,
can't
that's what I
believe.
would.
Think
Well,
like
you
that.
didn't know it. I mean, you're thinking Day of the Triffids sort of level stuff.
Oh well,
aren't you?
Day of the Triffids is one of the
Do you know what
best.
I mean?
Yeah, Day of the
yeah,
Triffids. But
yeah.
No, but this is good. But it's had a lot of sci-fi actors in it, a lot of Doctor Who actors in it, one or two Doctor Who actors I recognise in it. Yeah, it was good. So thank you for that,
Yep.
and thank you for bringing it to my attention so we can review it. So on that note, we're going to wrap up now in a minute. So next week it's the big
Yep.
discussion of Star Trek Picard with Jay from Sidetrek. Looking forward to that with him. He's got lots to say about it, and I think it's going to be one of the most exciting shows we've done for a long time, because this is a big thing we've just been watching, I think that's going to get quite a high rating unless they mess it up with episode 10. So we'll have to see. So it could all go wrong. They could fuck it up for the last episode, and we're like, oh my god, that was so good, and then we got to episode 10. It's not going to happen. It's too good. Terry Metalis, I've got.
Well,
absolute-
yeah, they could. I mean, I don't think they are going to do that. I
I've
mean, we've got
complete faith.
normally when you've got past episode, if you can get through to 5, you're at the standard. 7 is where you're going to know it's shit. And we got the 7 was the filler, but when we got to 8 and 9, it paid off.
Oh yes, and we've got the
No,
off.
there was no need really for filler episode, but
Oh, I don't mind that. Every Star Trek seasons have filler episodes, and it's just the one. I could accept
it's
that.
been marvellous. We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to review it, and tomorrow I'm going to be avoiding all the spoilers until I watch it in the evening. That'll be annoying. I have to
Yes.
stay off YouTube. So let's hope it works out. Right, Master, thank you very much. We will be back next week with the big one. So we shall catch you next week on the Solar One Sci-Fi Podcast. Live long and prosper.
Yes, live long and prosper.